Hey, what's going on? Welcome to Wild Finds, where I'm searching thrift stores for media items. Let's see what we can find. And I was here a few weeks back. It was 10 for $1. Now it's only buy two, get two free. That's not nearly as good. Ay, ay, ay. CDs here they haven't put out yet, it looks like. Modest Yahoo. The Beatles Digipack, nice. Trojan Rude Boy box set. What the heck? These aren't Jimmy Caps, it's music. Joe Satriani, Chuck Berry, Dread Zeppelin, which is reggae covers of Led Zeppelin. Bunch of reggae stuff in here. And okay, gonna grab these right here. The Beatles, Let It Be. Their last album, I do think it's kind of a step down after the White Album, but it's okay, but definitely not their best. I'll grab this one, Johnny Winter, a rock and roll collection 2-disc set, very nice. This one, the Trojan Rude Boy box set. This seems to have some value. This one right here seems to have some value too, the David Edmonds anthology. And I'll grab this one to listen to, Dread Zeppelin. Seems like it could be fun. I'll grab this one right here, Steel Pulse Vex. This is a reggae group, very nice. But I'll pass on these Modest Yahoo ones. At this next thrift store here, they put out some new items since the last time I was here. I found this one, Celtic Woman, and I looked this up. It has just enough value to make it worth buying. It's worth about $12 or so plus shipping. So I'll grab that one. I did look up this one to see if their review was any good, and it's just not rated high enough for me to spend the time to watch, but it did look like it could be pretty cool, but I think I'll skip that one. There were some games here. The NFL Blitz ones can have value, but this one just doesn't, so I'm gonna skip those. But cool that they have PlayStation 2 games and even PlayStation 4 games. And more stuff over here. I'm gonna grab these manga books, Love Me For Who I Am, volumes 2 and 3. And this Kung Fu set here is $5, but that's a pretty good deal. And yeah, it's the complete collection. I'm gonna grab that. These blank tapes here, they're $1 each. If they were a little bit cheaper, I might grab them for resale. At $1 each, you really can't make that much on those. But yeah, 50 cents each, I probably would grab them. They have this one, Vivid. For a second I was like, ooh, Vivid video, that's naughty, but nope, something completely different. And what in the world, somehow I almost overlooked this, the Golden Girls 25th Anniversary Complete Collection. Now looking this up, it seemed to have come with playing cards, which is missing, but it has all the seasons, and Golden Girls is an awesome show. This seems to be somewhat valuable, ranges from like $40 to $100. It's really all over the place, but yeah, cool item right there. And today I'm at the Goodwill. I spent a few hours here and I found some good stuff, a little bit of everything. And now I was shocked they had this True Lies Blu-ray and 4K, still brand new. This wasn't on Blu-ray for the longest time, and they finally released it. And then someone had it and they gave it to Goodwill. I also found a Last Action activity book. Kind of a cool little item right here. Never seen that before. Found this one, Magilla Gorilla, the complete series, very nice. Found this right here, Rock Pop and Do Up. Now, I've sold these before in the past for about $25, and for whatever reason, they had 2 of them, and they're both brand new. Found the golf one, that'll be a good one for resale. Found the VHS, The Fall of the House of Usher. Ninja Turtles Out of the Shadow is still brand new. Smokey and the Bandit trilogy there. I've been meaning to watch part 2 and 3, and yeah, I'll probably get around to doing that at some point. A Quiet Place Day 1. This is a pretty new movie, so I'm surprised they had that one. An archive collection, The Sunshine Boys, very nice, very nice. You know, a Rob Zombie 2-pack there. The Devil's Rejects and House of 1000 Corpses, very nice. Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark, 2 different ones right there. Now this CD I found, it just looks kind of bootleg, but apparently it's an official release by Bret Michaels. A Letter from Death Row. Like, I'm not sure why Charlie Sheen is on the cover and who those other people are, but I found that interesting. Found a Lana Del Rey CD, still brand new. Now all these were 59 cents. Found an album by a band called Blank, not Blink-182. Blink-182 was originally called Blank, but they had to change their name because it was already taken. But I never had run across their original Blink, but here it is right there. And we also got some video games. We Ski for Wii, Dirt to Daytona on GameCube, Medal of Honor Frontline GameCube, PS2 Airborne Troopers. We got Wii Sports. But here's the big one, The Punisher on PlayStation 2. And it even has the manual. I used to have this game, but I sold it off, so I'll put this back in the collection, and I'm glad to have it. It's actually pretty rare. It's like an $80, $90 game. So very good score there, and overall found some very interesting items. Did I talk about this one, the Walt Disney Home Video? I always grab these old-looking VHS tapes. They're just so cool. Now, I'm at a flea market, and I've said this before, the flea markets really die off in the summertime in Florida. All I was able to find is this Get a Life Complete Series DVD box set, and this is a great show. Very, very silly, fun time right there. And I also found a broken PlayStation 2. But, while we're here, we might as well talk to Jerry. So what's new? All this stuff here?
Yeah, 50 cents.
50 cents. Per bin?
Oh no, per item.
How has the Meowp been?
Oh, it's still an issue, but it's not bad enough to where I complain yet. But yeah, I'm stuck smelling it out there.
Yeah. And Meowp is cat poop for
Yes.
people who don't remember.
Yes.
Did you ever think maybe to sell the cat poop?
No. That won't go over very well.
No. Some sicko might buy it.
Yeah. I don't want to take that chance. I don't want to do that.
No. I'm just kidding anyways. I don't think anyone would. And ooh, I actually did end up finding one more thing in this building here. I got a whole box of Game Informer magazines for $10. Sweet. Now, I used to love this magazine. It was really my favorite part about GameStop, that you'd get the membership and it would come with this magazine. It was always funny to me that when you would renew your membership, they would be like, oh, do you want the physical magazine or do you want the digital one? Like, who would pick the digital when you can get the physical? Very, very silly. But eventually they, you know, they canceled the physical one. And then like 2 months later, I think they canceled the digital one as well. So yes, very sad. But this was a good magazine, especially at first when it had no affiliation with GameStop. It was actually one of my favorite video game magazines. Back in the day though, I did like one called PSM. Does anyone remember that one? Unofficial PlayStation magazine. That one was really cool, especially for the time. So now I'm here at a public auction. And there's 2 trays of DVDs that I want.
Let's add some more stuff up.
And most of these are still brand new, some very rare titles in here.
Alright, we just added more stuff to the table. You're buying choice. Anything on top of the table, choice out there.
But my concern is I don't know what the other people will be bidding on. I think people might bid a lot for these Barbies here. Not really sure. There's some shirts. Most of them aren't vintage. Some are like Y2K era.
Takes extension cord.
And okay, here we go.
All right, no questions then. On it, run, money goes. You buy a choice. Anything on your table. On it, someone started out. Somebody here about $20 starting bid. Put $20 bill. 20,
Yeah.
15, $15. How much? 15, not 20. 15, not 20, not 25. 25, not 30. 30, not 35. 35, not $40. $40 middle bid 40, not 45. Middle bid 45. You want back in? 45. 45 middle bid 42 and a half. One of you. 42 and a half. Middle bid 42 and a half. Half middle bid 42 and a half. 40 now 42 and a half. Middle bid 42 and a half. What? 42 and a half twice. So then 42 and a half. You bought it. Number. What's the number? 34. 34. I got it. Number 34. Number 34. What would you like, sir?
The 2 DVDs.
40. Yes. That's 2 DVDs. Number 32. Number 34. 2 times DVDs.
And okay, spent $40 for each tray of DVDs, so totaling 80. Probably spent way more than I needed to. These might not have gone for that much, but I really wanted to grab these. A bunch of obscure titles, and every single one is brand new. And look at this right here, Project Shadow Chaser 3000. This just looks amazingly cheesy, very nice there. Some of these I looked up and they have value, some aren't very valuable, Joyride and Lawrence of Arabia. But Gacy still brand new, that might be worth a little bit. Hercules, cartoon, probably not. But Live by the Fist, maybe. A lot of these look really cool, but like I'm not sure if I want to resell them or if I want to keep them for myself. Maybe some I'll just look up and see if they're on Tubi. Fighting Spirit, I have a good feeling. But that one, anime DVD, you got Black Friday. No, I really wanted these, the Andy Sedaris ones. I bought Andy Sedaris collection already, but the movies are very bad quality. Hopefully these are better quality. It looks like each one is on a single disc at least. It is put out by Brentwood, which isn't a very good company, but still really cool there. Got Fist of the North Star. I think that one will have value. These over here, more here, more here, more here. Hercules Season 1. That's probably about $15, nothing too crazy. But this one looks awesome. Raiders of the Sun, Roger Corman presents. Very nice right there. Another Black Friday. This one's in like one of those small little sleeves. The Opponent. Ooh, Dahmer. Very nice. Flash Gordon collection. Hoop Soldiers. That looks so corny. Oh my god. When Street Basketball Meets Fight Club. And more here. Very nice. Barbarian. Got Wolves of Wall Street here, but not the Leonardo DiCaprio one from 2002. I Shot Andy Warhol. Now that one does have value. I looked that one up. Finally, this one looks pretty good. Black Belt 2, Fatal Force. And there's an ant on it. Okay, back at home here. I went to Goodwill a few more times. I got some DVD pickups this time around. Some pretty good titles here I wanted to show. Sling Blade, I always grab that one for resale. That goes, I think this version goes for maybe like $10. There's the 2-disc version, which goes for a little bit more, sometimes as high as $18. So I'm always grabbing that one. I'm surprised they had this Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, 4K, also Blu-ray. They had the Hidden Figures Blu-ray. They had this one, 7 Psychopaths. This looks familiar, but I don't think I've ever seen it. So very nice there. Had to grab the Ren and Stimpy Show, Season 5, and some more. Season 5 and some more of 4. I don't know why they do that, but yeah. Ren and Stimpy was awesome back in the day. I grabbed Marked for Death. This is a movie I didn't really like, but I have a friend who, this is his favorite Steven Seagal movie, so I decided I'll give it a second chance. So I grabbed the DVD there. Oxygen, that looks like it could be okay. A Life Less Ordinary, I've never seen this, so I grabbed that. Now I kind of made fun of Dude, Where's My Car in my last video, so I decided to pick up the DVD. I did see it when it first came out. I thought it was just okay, but obviously it's a silly movie. But now I'll know for sure if Dude, Where's My Car is worth making fun of or not, or if it gets a pass. House of the Dead, I bought this just to make fun of. There's no way this is a good movie, but it might be funny. And I was very surprised they had this. Little Darlings, a bootleg copy. I saw this way back in the day, and I remember thinking it was pretty good, I guess. So definitely had to grab that. And here I have just a small stack of movies I wanted to talk about. In my last video, I did a really long movie review, and I had a small stack that I just had overlooked, and then some other ones of these are ones that I watched since recording that video. And first up, we got this one, Private School. I like this one a lot. This is a lot better, I feel, than a lot of the other raunchy comedies from the early 80s. Obviously, it's not as good as, say, Porky's, but it is better than, you know, Spring Break or Hard Bodies or Screwballs. So yes, Private School, very, very good. One I really need to find is Joysticks. That's an amazing early 80s movie, but that one seems really hard to find, especially on VHS. But yes, I would love to find Joysticks. But anywho, Private School, that's a really good one. Next up is My Bodyguard. Now, someone in the comments recommended this movie. I forget who it was at the moment. I'm sorry about that, but I do appreciate the recommendation because this is a very, very good movie. Just a very good time. Well-made flick right there. Love 80s movies, love movies involving like bullies in high school and stuff. So that's highly recommended. My Bodyguard. Hot Pursuit. I remember thinking this was pretty good, but it's been a while since I watched this. I watched this one like 3 months ago. But at the time, I remember liking it. And you got Ben Stiller in there. It says it's his first movie role. He's very young. And he plays a bad guy, which is kind of funny. Ben Stiller as a bad guy. And, you know, obviously John Cusack is the main star. So, yes, Hot Pursuit, pretty good. And Rhinestone. This movie has awful, awful reviews. I actually liked it a lot. I thought it was very funny. Maybe I'm just too forgiving with movies at times, but Rhinestone made me laugh a lot. Sylvester Stallone was very funny in this. He plays a New Yorker, and for some convoluted reason, he like has to become a country singer to like win a bet so he can sleep with you know, Dolly Parton there. I think that's the plot. I kind of forget, but yes, silly plot, but good movie. And now this one, You're the Hunter from the Future, gets my highest recommendation when it comes to so good they're bad movies. I was laughing a lot during this, and it's just so much fun. And like I said, it's so good it's bad, so obviously super, super cheesy, but I like that one a lot. And The Hard Way, this was just like a really well-made action movie. Michael J. Fox plays an actor who wants to like be a cop in a movie, so he follows around James Woods, who's a real cop, and hijinks ensue, and a good time is had with this one. Next up is Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, which is somewhat similar to The Hard Way because it's an action comedy. And this was also good. I liked Kiss Kiss Bang Bang. Now, I smile back. Sarah Silverman's performance is amazing. She is just like the worst person. She's depressed and doing all these crazy things, and she gives a great performance. I do feel the movie is kind of pointless. It is super short. It's 85 minutes, which is good because the movie gets over and done with quick, but also not good because like not that much happens. But yeah, I enjoyed this for what it was, but it kind of didn't resolve. And this one right here, Me and Earl and the Dying Girl. Like I said, when I picked this up, it looked like it would be depressing. It is depressing, but it's very well made, and I thought this was a good movie, and I do recommend Me and Earl and the Dying Girl. And finally, we have two Andy Sedaris movies that I watched. I rewatched Hard Ticket to Hawaii, which is a good cheesy time. Lots of explosions, lots of naked chicks running around. But it's kind of not the right type of cheese. I'd much rather watch this type of cheese than this type of cheese, but it is a pretty good time. I also watched Picasso Trigger for the first time, and it wasn't quite as funny as Hard Ticket to Hawaii, but it was a pretty good time. But I felt that having seen two Andy Sedaris movies, that's kind of enough. I watched what's considered his two best ones. I don't think I have to go further back in the catalog. I get the idea. But yeah, they're good for what they are. I like those two, but didn't watch any of the other ones. I kind of just wanted to keep these sealed. I did watch them online. They have them streaming. I think I watched one on Tubi and one on YouTube. But that's going to do it for this video. I do appreciate you watching. Go ahead, like, and subscribe. Leave me a comment. Recommend a movie you think I would like. I like when people do that. And I'll see you next time around.